Hello there, this is DBT, and this Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, well, as you can see on the title, we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of dice rolling. And I just chuckled over there because someone disconnected at the start of this race, and then the camera focused on that spot where that player used to be, and then we got a whole bunch of nothing. But anyway, so yes, I'm gonna be rolling all of the dice for the current treasure rush, or at least for the one that is ending by the time that this video is up, or has ended officially, I suppose. And first of all, I'm doing my very last race to get the very last dice that I could in a free-to-play fashion. You know, you can get a total of 6 dices, or 5 depending on if you have still Gauntlet currency, 5 or 6 dices per day. By doing multiplayer races, Gauntlet, and you know, the straight up free one, then there's one for multiplayer coins, and as I mentioned, the one for Gauntlet. So, well, the Gauntlet currency. And yeah, I've already claimed pretty much, I think I may have forgotten to claim a couple of dices here and there throughout this week, but for the most part I have pretty much all of the free-to-play dices. But you may also know that I went straight up pay to win AF in whaling for the treasure rush, and that allowed me to unlock the Mercedes-AMG GT Black series, but also get a tremendous amount of dices, and those are the ones that I'm gonna be rolling over here. Wow, I got a 2nd place. I've been doing a bunch of races with this car precisely to get to my 6th race and get my dice, but man, I just can't get results with this car normally. The nitro is just absolutely atrocious. Oh, actually I seem to have done 7 races instead of 6, huh? Okay, cool. I guess I don't know how to count. But anyway, so if I'm not mistaken, I should have nothing great in my inbox. I made sure to clear it up, to empty it up. And as you can see over here, the treasure rush is about to end in 5 hours and 20 minutes at the time that I'm recording this. Again, because I try to make sure to get the most amount of dices that I can. How many do I have in total? A lot. Yep, 191. It's a lot of dices. So what is my plan here? Well, obviously there's no point of trying to go to the super or the treasure round, excuse me, super round, whatever it's called. No point in going here because now these have become tickets, so I don't care too much about it. So I'm gonna be implementing or using this technique that was taught to me not too long ago. I already made a video, link should appear in the top right. I call this the dice for dice strategy or strat. And that is where, so long as I'm going clockwise, I'm going to, whenever I get into an ultimate dice, I'm gonna save it so that once I'm somewhere starting from here onwards, you know, I'm gonna spend my dices, right? And once I land somewhere around here, I use my gold dice to land in the next gold dice. And that doesn't sound like it makes sense, because like, oh, you just wasted it. You could have used it to ensure to get a class list. But once you do this, from here you have a tremendously good chance to get more direct upgrades with the next roll. Even if you just roll a 1 and land here, you still have a very good chance to get into the direct upgrade. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that because it's a ton of dices. I'm just gonna be skipping the animation and just going forward. And if I happen to land over here, that's gonna completely mess up the objective or the plan. For now, the main objective obviously is getting into an ultimate dice, but it's gonna be a little bit tough. So let's hope that we get there quickly, because so long as I don't have an ultimate dice, I don't have a way to implement this strat. And if I happen to land in the reversal of the direction, then that's bad news. But yeah, let's just claim a bunch of stuff. And this time, normally when I'm doing this type of videos for the treasure rush, you know that I tend to mention a lot that, oh well, I'm not super interested on getting the direct upgrades, I'm just gonna roll it and get whatever I can get and whatnot, that's fine, blah 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 blah. But this time I am more interested on getting into the direct upgrades, and that is because as of late, well, it is no secret that I have a ton of direct upgrades currently, but I have changed the way that I'm focusing my resource usage a little bit. You can see that I obviously have a ton of fusion coins as well, because I also got a bunch from going pay to win on this thing and whatever, but a bunch of that. Ooh, we did it. Okay, perfect. All right, we got our first one. That's great. All right, so this is where we begin the actual action over here. Oh, Jesus. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. All right. So long as I don't roll the number that I don't want to roll, we should be all right. Perfect. All right. So this is safe. So I think the minimum that I can be is here. So this would be, if I'm here, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if I land here or higher, then I get to use my gold dice. Yeah, 3. This is perfect. So here's where the strategy begins. Now, I could use dices and continue making progress, but that would spend some of my dice. So instead, what I'm gonna do is spend my gold dice into ensuring to land the next gold dice. And it's basically like I spent no dice in moving all of these positions, because I land in this again, and the one that I just spent, it gets regained. And once you're here, you use a regular dice, and well, you have a really good opportunity. Well, see, same situation. You have a really good opportunity to land over here. Now, obviously, once you are in this section of the direct upgrades, you are in danger of landing over here, which would completely mess up the whole idea. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, it's just... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alright, well... I guess that's life. I'm like, oh, DBT finally is gonna start using it. No, never mind, reverse. Now, if I could get a second dice... a second gold dice, I could ensure to land again on this thing. Oh, for a moment I got excited. I thought I did land there. To ensure to land here, to change the direction again, and then resume the dice for dice strat. But for now, well, we just have to hope for the best. Give me a 4. Come on. Oh, lovely. Let's go. All right, this is perfect. All right, we resume. That was just the first scare of the day. But yeah, and by the way, I did want to completely clear my inventory, so okay, so we need a 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we roll a 4. There it is. And I land on the next gold dice, so it gets instantly replenished, and I'm in a great position to get some more direct upgrades. Unless I land on a 1 again, but of course I would. Don't do me dirty, game. Don't give me the one number that I definitely don't want. Okay, now that's fine. Crap, I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. As it tends to be the case over here. Okay, so no, I need to be here at least. As it tends to be the case, because I'm recording this in the last hours of the treasure rush, I'm recording this somewhat late at night. All right, now I just need a 1, 2, 3, right? So 3, yes. Now, I suppose that there's an argument to be made that if you're somewhere over here, is it really worth to spend a dice to land over here? I don't know. Because once you're here, you can roll. How many times am I gonna land on that thing after getting here? It's like the game knows what I'm doing, and it's like, no, you're still gonna waste a dice just on that. But hey, look at that, it works. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to trading gold dice for gold dice. And, you know, hope for the best. For now, you can definitely tell. And by the way, something else that I used to talk... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, there is that. I normally talk about how some of these parts, the gold parts, are useful. And shh, don't tell Gameloft. But we don't need that many parts anymore. So all of this stuff is rather useless. Not useless, all right. It's not straight up useless, but it's not as useful as it once was when we needed more of those parts, especially engines and techs. That those things, I don't think they're used on anything anymore. Oh, come on. Now I do need that 1. Give me that 1. Come on. Let's go. All right, so that's the second time that happens, and you know what? I'm not complaining. I'll take it. All right, that's fine. I'll just use the 6 to land over there. So there it is. So I move all this section and instantly go to the next gold dice, and we're back in the position to have a really good chance for direct upgrades. Oh yeah, I was talking about the... Oh, look at that. Well, it's class D, but still, it's fine. I was talking earlier about how I've switched a little bit the way that I'm spending my resources, and by that what I mean... Ooh, look at that. So that is one of the best case scenario, because now I just get to use again my dice, and you see how I'm just moving or breezing, I suppose, through this whole section. No, I need a 4. Where's a 4? There it is. Is it 4? Yes, it is. I'm breezing through this section that has the rewards that I'm really not interested. But yeah, so I was saying that I've been switching a little bit the way that I'm using my resources, because I've been hoarding for a long... Ooh, okay, well, nah, that's fine. I've been hoarding my direct upgrades for quite a while. Oh, come on, man, really? Jesus Christ. At least that's probably a direct... No, it's not. Jesus Christ. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. So now what I'm doing is actually, since I have so many fusion coins and quite a bit of direct upgrades, I have been actually speeding up the upgrading of a bunch of cars. Because normally I've talked about before how I... Woo! All right, you know what? That's fine by me. That's actually fine. Ooh, all right, so now I need to roll a 5. So 5, yes. Advance all this section and then get back to the direct upgrades. I used to use my direct upgrades where I would only upgrade with direct upgrades from level 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are the ones that I would upgrade with direct upgrades. And that meant that I would spend a total of 12 direct upgrades in the process of upgrading a car and spending a whole bunch of fusion coins. But now, because I have so many fusion coins and all of that good stuff, all right, I need another 5. I am actually upgrading cars from level 5. So that means half of the car I upgrade with fusion coins, the other half with direct upgrades. And that is why I'm more focused on getting direct upgrades in general now. Just because there's so many more cars that I want to continue upgrading to make videos, to test them for car hunts, for whatever, right? So there's a lot that I still need to upgrade. I may have a ton of cars, but a lot of them, the vast majority of them, are not upgraded. So I do want to make use of all of these resources that I have been saving for quite a while. Because, well, I think this is the moment to be using them. Otherwise, I don't want to think of a possibility of a timeline in which I keep on saving resources and then suddenly like, yep, servers shut down tomorrow. GG's everyone. I'm gonna be like, oh great, all of that went to waste. I saved for nothing. It's that trope of too awesome to use. If you don't know what that is, it's just this idea, this concept of having an item on a video game that it's so absolutely amazing that you don't want to use it. It's like the most useful item in the entire game, but you don't want to use it because it's very awesome. And you're thinking, oh, look at that. This is the moment that I was thinking about. Should I? No, you know what? No. No. I'm not going to... But it's the same, isn't it? Hold on, let me think. Because I thought maybe I should save my dice. No, it's all the same. So I was thinking maybe I should save it and do another lap and get a second dice. But no, if I do another lap, if I end up here, I'm still going to use one dice to get here. So I'm not actually going to get a second dice. So at least I guess I'll move one position for free. Because again, this cost me nothing. I use one dice, I gain one dice. So yeah, I don't know. That is the part that I'm not exactly clear if that is a good part of the strat or not. But to me, it seems to make sense because at least you move up, even if it's just one single slot, you move it for free, so that's fine. All right, I need to be at least here, so okay, that's fine. And now I get to use my 6. Where is it? There it is, 6. Yep. So shoutouts to whoever explained this one to me. Sorry, I forgot the name of who explained it to me, but shoutouts for teaching me this, because legit, I had no idea. No idea. Never once thought of this. So now that I see it, like, wow, this legit makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I'm getting a bunch of other rewards, but for the most part, the specific purpose is just reaching the direct upgrades, and it certainly is working. So yeah, the whole idea of the too awesome to use, I think the example that they use on the trope page is something like, oh, you got a potion that heals it revives your team and heals your team, the HP, what is it? HP, what's the other one? MP, mana points or magic points or whatever. So now I need a what? 3? Yes, 3. So it does everything, right? And you're like, yeah, that's super useful. I should use it when I really need it. Like, you're literally at the final boss of the game. Yeah, but I should probably still save it. That is kind of what I'm talking about over here with keeping a whole bunch of things. And honestly, that is kind of what has happened to me with the ultimate upgrades. Now I have, I don't know, like 7. So, and look, I have been saving them. This is something that I mentioned recently on a stream, on a private stream for the Vroom members. Remember that memberships are now open in the channel, so if you want to check it out and get access to exclusive videos and whatnot, check the join button right next to subscribe. But yeah, I was explaining over there precisely. Okay, so I land on this. Okay, perfect. Then roll regularly. Man, I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit slow over here, but I'm just making sure to not do anything too dumb. Emphasis on too dumb, because I know I'm gonna do dumb stuff anyway, but... yeah, so I was saying on the stream how I have been saving my ultimate upgrades and stuff like that for in case if Gameloft someday would suddenly go crazy and add 5 Lambos in one single update, and you need to have them all at Pro to access the what, I don't know, something like that, right? That's why I was like, no, I need to have a bunch of ultimate upgrades at hand for that precise reason. But nowadays, given how slow the development of the game has been overall, the fact that we're getting 2 new cars per update and all of that, it's like there's not really a rush to upgrade cars. Because, you know, when the special events were a thing, you remember special events? I mean, that was long ago by now, but it still wasn't too long ago. You needed a specific cars, right? Like you needed, oh, you're gonna need this car, you're gonna need that other car, and they need to be at a certain rank, and this and this and that. And for that, it was good to be able to upgrade your cars, have a bunch of resources to upgrade your car instantly, and, you know, be able to reach the rank required for the special event and make more progress and eventually get the best rewards. But now that special events are not even a thing anymore, it's like, well, then what is the point? Yeah, there's a new car added every month or so. I mean, the updates happen every 2 months, but it's 2 cars per update, right? So it's like basically a proper new car every month. And yeah, there's no super rush. So now I don't really have much of a reason to be saving those ultimate upgrades. But at the same time, and listen, I know that this is gonna sound like an absolute privileged position, because it really is. I'm not blind to the fact that I'm in an incredibly privileged position in terms of this game, but the fact that I have so many resources that I have hoarded for this amount of time, and I'm in no particular need to upgrade any particular car. But yeah, I have so many resources to upgrade the cars that, oh no, okay, oof. I got scared for a second, but no, that makes sense. I'm not in any particular rush to upgrade any one car. So it's not like, oh, I need to use an ultimate upgrade to do it. For the most part, it's like, oh, I need to upgrade this car. I'll do, like I mentioned earlier, I'll do half of it with fusion coins. I'll do the other half with direct upgrades. Even if I really need to upgrade something, and I don't have resources, I can just use, I mean, by resources, I mean fusion coins, I can just use my direct upgrades. So yeah, the whole point that I'm trying to make over here is precisely that I've been saving for so long that I've come to the point where I'm like, yeah, it makes no sense to keep on saving that hard because I'm not using what I have. So might as well use it. And that is why now I'm more interested on getting more direct upgrades, because my spending of direct upgrades has indeed sped up. Over the past, I don't know, couple weeks or something, I definitely... Ooh! Wow, I did that one without thinking, but that is actually great. All right, it's great. I have 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have one... See what I was saying? That when I get too focused on what I'm talking about, I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. So, but that actually worked out great, because now I have a second dice that I'm gonna use. If I happen to land in the one thing that I don't want to land, I can ensure to land there again once I am in the opposite direction, so as to return things to normalcy. But yeah, 6. Okay, so now we need to roll a 2. Oh, that's exactly it. Perfect. Yeah. So anyway, my whole point is that I am absolutely aiming to upgrade a bunch of cars. In fact, it's kind of funny that I spent, I don't know how many weeks recording. I guess I'm gonna spoil it for you, but I spent a bunch of weeks on recording races with the McLaren Speedtail in the weekend events, and that is because I want to do an Asphalt 8 versus Okay, I need to pay attention. All right, I was here. I could have used the dice anyway, but okay. I want to do an Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9 on the McLaren Speedtail. But I have the McLaren Speedtail here in Asphalt 8, but I have it at stock, and I need to have it upgraded so that I can do a half-decent video, or that the car performs decently enough. So because it had never been in my goals to upgrade that car. What I decided to do in order to get clips for the McLaren Speedtail, all right, this is why I wanted my contingency plan. What I decided to do was to actually over several weeks record on the weekend events races with that car, and neat. Wow. All right, that's good. Now I actually have 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yep. That's great. Yeah, is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay. Just checking. You know that in my Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9 videos, normally I race against AI in Asphalt 8 because you know that I'm not the most skilled player, and in general I like doing races that make the car look good. And sometimes recording in multiplayer is super messy and a bunch of pushes and the car hitting the wall oh come on, 2 ones in a row. The car hitting the wall and all of that. That's why I record normally in quick race, so that... Okay. So now I need a 3. I record in quick race so that I can try to go as perfectly as possible, just in terms of not hitting walls and making the car look good and all of that stuff. But, well, again, because I had the car stuck, I had to record the races in this event. And, I mean, eventually and it had to be done through several weeks because I did not want to have the same races or the 3 races that I do for the Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9. I didn't want to have the 3 races to be on the same track. So I had to record in a certain week. It's like, oh, I'm going to record and hope to get a first place, because I want to record races in which I get a first place. Because, again, you know that I've never been the kind of person to be like, oh, look at how I only get W's. But for those particular videos, the Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9 or the full branch showcases, I always want to show the car getting a W. Because, well, I want to make it look good. It's not about my skills. It's just about the car. Oh, look, the car is winning. Oh, come on. So many... Okay, you know what? I shouldn't complain too much. But, all right. So, okay. A little bit of pause on the topic. I used to be considerably happy to get Class D upgrades because I have never liked... Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's fine. I have 1 extra die, so we can ensure to land here again. I like getting the Class D direct upgrades because I never liked upgrading Class D cars with my resources. I always thought that they were extremely expensive, the Class D cars, to upgrade, unless you're talking about the 1050 or 1140 cars. They were too expensive, in my opinion. Oh, I shouldn't have used that. I could have done a 6 and landed, but okay, whatever. 3, and let's resume our regular path. So, because I never wanted to upgrade with my resources, anytime that I landed here, I was like, you know what, that's actually kind of cool, because, hey, I'll use it on a Class D car instead of spending my fusion coins. But nowadays, because the cars are cheaper to upgrade, especially the Class D cars, now I am like, man, maybe I should just do it with fusion coins. But hey, anyway, at least I'll make sure to use the Class D upgrades, on 1320 cars, as opposed to 1230 or 1140 or whatever, because those are even cheaper. So yeah. But where was I before I went into this topic? Oh yeah, the recording of the Speedtail races. So over several weeks, I had to be recording a whole bunch of races and hoping that in those multiplayer races I could get a W that I could record. And once I got a W, it's like, okay, I'm done recording for that week with that particular car. Now I have to wait until the next week. Oh Jesus, I got scared about this. It's like, oh yeah, now I have to wait until next week and then do a different track and, you know, continue my recording. So it took a while. Why do I bring this whole thing up? Because nowadays I'm like, nah, probably just upgrade the thing, pro it, and call it a day. Because honestly, I was rather surprised at the Speedtail. Look. No, I need a 3. Where's the 3? There it is. I've never been into McLarens. There's some McLarens that I like, but the Speedtail, for example, is one of those that is like, whatever, not a big deal for me. But once I actually drove it precisely on recording those races for the Asphalt 8 versus Asphalt 9 one, I was like, man, I'm actually enjoying driving this car. It feels like a fun car to drive. So now I've been wanting to upgrade the car, and I'm like, yeah. So, but I don't know. I've been thinking of using an ultimate upgrade. Now that might sound kind of crazy, but the thing about the ultimate upgrade is that I like using ultimate upgrades in cars that are extremely unrewarding to upgrade. And this is the same advice that I have given some people on my Discord server. Like, oh, which one should I upgrade? I think it was Lego that was asking me that the other time. And I was like, okay, because he said, I want to upgrade any of these cars, amongst them the Devel. It's like, so which one should I use an ultimate upgrade? And I'm like, use it on the Devel. And the only reason for that is because the stock rank of the Devel is so ridiculously high that it's extremely unrewarding as you upgrade it. Like, yeah, I just spent 250,000 fusion coins. Yeah, it gained 1 rank. And it's not like you can even MP tune that thing. So it just feels super unrewarding to upgrade. So in those cases, I'm like, yep, that is the right moment to use an ultimate upgrade. And the speed tail is kind of similar. It's not as bad as the Devel, but I think the stock rank of the speed tail is something like 1700. So I could technically do an MP tune of 1770, but other than that, there's nothing. And that's why I'm thinking like maybe I should do an ultimate upgrade on that particular car, because yeah, it's gonna be kind of unrewarding. And in the other side of the coin, I like using the direct upgrades along with my resources in cars that I can MP tunes, because then I can make videos on the MP tunes. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a bunch of different considerations as to how I use my resources. I've always been, and you know this because I've made videos, or for all this time that I've been making videos, I tend to talk a lot about save your resources, spend them smart and whatnot. But I have reached the point where I'm like, yeah, at this point I'm just hoarding. I need to do something with these resources, otherwise yeah, there's definitely a point where it's like, yeah, you're saving too much. And that sounds dumb, because IRL saving too much, I think it's still like, no. Oh, okay. Oof. Saving too much, it's still useful. But over here, I don't know. So yeah, that's why I've been thinking about this whole thing. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to make a small pause over here to get some water, because I've been talking for 27 minutes in a row. Compared to what I normally do in the videos where there's pauses between the races and whatnot, this is just talk, and now I need some water, so hold on. And alright, here we go. Got my water, I've drank a bit, let's continue this. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, we have spent about 2/3 of the dices that I had. So yeah, it's some decent progress. Even though I am indeed skipping some of these animations, it's still taking a while. And again, because I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, because man, I'm really curious to see just how many direct upgrades I got from this whole thing. Oh Jesus, from this whole thing, especially with so many dices and with this specific strat. Oh come on, really? I got 3 1s in a row. Jesus Christ, what are the chances for that? I know it's very low chances, so because I'm not good at doing math on the fly, especially when I'm recording. Ooh, let's go. That's good. Okay, that's my ticket to get back into the opposite direction. I'm not good at doing math on the fly, but I know that the chances grow exponentially, or I guess decrease exponentially. Because to get a single one, it's a 1 out of 6, right? But then the next one, is that squared? Is it 1 out of 36? To get this, to get a 2 in a row, is that 1 out of 36 chances? And does that square again? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, all right. You know what? Let's make it into a key phrase of the day. If you want to get a heart and a pin, you need to tell me in the comments what, write it in a formula type of thing. What are the chances to get in 3 1s in a row? You know how this works. First person to post, this, and that. All right. So I know that's a weird key phrase, but hey, I didn't have a key phrase planned for this because I was more interested in like, hey, you gotta record this DBT. It's late, and you must not forget to do this. Imagine me forgetting to do this. Like waking up tomorrow in the morning and being like, all right, so let's do something, let's record something for the channel. No, my treasure rush. Yeah, so it was absolutely imperative for me to record this. So that's what, like, no, I got time now. Let's do it. It's the moment to do it. There's my dice again, and let's continue rolling. And speaking of things about, if you're watching the entirety of this video, first of all, I salute you. Type in the comments, I salute you back, DBT. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of a treat if you like Asphalt 9, that is. And the treat is gonna be that at the bottom of the description of this video, there will be a link to an unlisted video that hold on, I need a, what is it, a 5? Yes. The link to that video, it's a video that I uploaded to the channel like 3 months ago, and I was supposed to publish it proper, but things kept on piling up on things that I needed to upload and to make videos on, and blah, 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 blah. A bunch of things, then Asphalt Legends Unite announcements and whatnot. So this video just got buried completely. But if you watch all of this, you can go ahead and it's your little bit of a reward for having watched all of this and listening to all of this nonsense DBT talking for straight up half an hour, and we're not even done yet. So there's that. But yeah, I wish I had a video like that for Asphalt. In fact, I do have one. No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I do have one video that I've been saving for quite a few months, but it will remain saved for quite a few months more. Once I release it, you will see what it is, and you'll be like, oh, it makes sense why DBT did it this way. So yeah, I do have one video ready to be released, but it's still a long way away from being released. I promise. It'll be nostalgic. I guess that's gonna be the word that I'm gonna use here. All right, let's roll a 6. And someone commented in one of these videos like, oh my god, DBT spent a bunch of money on this card. Yes, I know. But in my defense, it's a bit of a business decision. Because this allowed me to make a dumb long video like this, do a bunch of videos on the MP2s, and on top of that, getting the car. So that's also kind of cool. And honestly, I don't really, well, we'll see what else Gameloft does. But in general, you know that I go for cars that I like how they look. And this car is one that I liked how they look. For example, there was also the Frangivento Sorpasso Treasure Rush some months ago, like 4 months ago or something. And I like the car, but not enough for me to want to spend that dumb amount of money. But this one I did like enough to want to spend it. And I understand that in a general sense, the Frangivento Sorpasso is a more useful car than this one. But you know, as I always say, I don't care too much about the performance of the car. I care more about having the car. And I am quite aware that there's a very real possibility that this car in a month, 2, 3, 4 months, this car, instead of costing a dumb amount of money, is going to be made available through a racing pass. You know, like precisely the Frangivento, which is how I acquired it in the last half season. And also the McLaren Solus that a lot of people have now been able to acquire. So yeah, I am aware that that is a possibility, but that is not part of the consideration over here. I'm not thinking like, oh, maybe I'll get this car in an amount of months. And honestly, I'm not even, if they do, that's great. But honestly, I kind of doubt that Gameloft will continue adding Treasure Rush on the Racing Pass, unless they notice that this is indeed going to be driving a lot of sales on the Racing Pass. And it makes sense to a certain degree that it would, because it's like, oh my god, now is my chance to get that card that was otherwise very expensive to get or very difficult to get through the Treasure Rush itself. But I think that is gonna end up backfiring on Gameloft, because if they continue doing this, what they're gonna do is devalue the Treasure Rush. Now, I do hope that they continue making these cards available, so shh, don't tell Gameloft that I'm talking about this. Because in the business sense, it would make much more sense for Gameloft to make these cars indeed very unacquirable, other than, you know, through, oh come on, through sheer luck here in the Treasure Rush, or through whaling. Oh come on, and then I get okay, give me a 1, please. I need a 1. Okay. But this is one where I'm like, nah, it's fine for this to be, for these cards to continue to be acquired this way. Like, and I bring all of the, come on, give me a 1, come on. Yeah, bye-bye. All right, great. We're back on track. Wow, that's another one in a row. Come on, is it gonna give me yet another one in a row so that we get back to the... Ooh, that's so many ones in a row. For example, there's some cars that... The Sterrato, for example, the Sterrato, it was a Treasure Rush car, but that one they haven't made available. But why have they not made available the Sterrato while they did the Frangivento? I have absolutely no clue. Well, I have this small theory, at least with the Frangivento versus Lamborghini, that licenses for a Frangivento, I imagine, because it's a completely unknown brand, it probably was a cheap license. So they're like, it's okay if we give the car a little bit considerably cheaper. Where I imagine the license for a Lambo car is much more expensive. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. So I don't know, does that have something to do? But yeah, I just find a little bit weird indeed that the Sterrato hasn't been made available. But yeah, so anyway, where I was going with all of this is that we'll see what other cars Game Loft continues to add. I don't really plan to well again on a car unless it's a Lambo, but I don't think that surprises anybody. And also if they add another car that I absolutely love the way it looks. So yeah, those are my what you call it, my criteria to determine if I'm going to go crazy on one of these things or not. Because I haven't wailed on every single one of them. And I don't plan to wail on every single one of them, because while I do like having a bunch of cars, I'm not a full-on collector where I need to have every single one. Would it be cool if I had every single car? Yes. But overall, is, my pockets aren't deep enough to really be going crazy for every single one of them. But hey, whatever, we'll see. But yeah, like I was saying, at the end of the day, this ended up being good, because by the time that I'm recording this video, I've released one of the MP-Tune videos for this car, so that's kind of nice. And then there's more to come. There's another one that is already recorded, but it will be released later this same week. And then after that, I need to wait until I get back to Elite so that I can continue the MP-Tunes. Because the car might be tuned for a lower bracket, but it's still a Class S car, so I still need to be in Elite in order to use it at all. Alright. So yeah, I have no idea how many direct upgrades I have gotten so far, but what I can tell you is that it's a lot. But I think I've gotten a lot of Class D, which is the part that I'm like, I don't know. Normally I would be kind of happy about it, but nowadays not so much. I do have some Class D cars that I want to upgrade. But I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I mentioned about the other classes of upgrading through half of the upgrades with fusion coins, the other half with direct upgrades, because now I do have quite a, not as many as for other classes, but no, come on, man, really? And now I have very few dice, so yeah, we'll see how things go. Come on, give me the magic number. Give me the magic number, game. Come on. Give me the magic number. No. All right, then give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me another 5. Repeat the 5. Come on. I believe in you, game. Nope. Give me a 2. Come on. 2. That's all I want. Jesus, this took forever. Oh, Jesus. All right, give me another 1 in a row. Come on. I believe in you. Nope. Well, at least I got a Class A upgrade. Jesus, this has been a long video, hasn't it? 38 minutes, holy moly. Yeah, I'm in the wrong direction now, so I guess now it's just roll the dice. Okay, should I go for... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the classes. I think that's the one that is... Wait. I have a good chance of landing here anyway. Okay, I'm gonna roll a regular dice. 3. Alright, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, because I don't think I have enough for another full lap. So I'm just gonna roll a 1 to guarantee another Class S. And then continue rolling and just hope for... Okay, game, give me 3 1s in a row. I believe in you. You've done it before? Nah. Oh, now I land on that one. Wait, that actually, if I get lucky with the next 3 rolls, that might just give me another Class S. Come on, just give me some decent numbers. That's not good. So I need to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to be here, right? Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, come on. Don't do me dirty, game. All right, that's great. That's good enough for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Let's go for another class S. And I'll just use my very, very, very last dice and get what I get. Come on, give me another direct coverage. Come on, game. It's the last one. Just do it for the... Okay, more parts. Let's go. All right, well, that was all the rolling of the dice. 40 minutes. Well, technically, I started rolling the dice, what, like at minute 3 of this video or something. But let's see, how many things did I get in total? 448, let's go. How many direct upgrades? 67, holy f... All right, you know what, I'll take it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 class S upgrades. Damn, that's a lot. And I would count the rest, but it's too many. So I don't know, I'm lazy to count them. But yeah, there you have it. That was the crazy rolling of the dice. And yeah, I just wanted to make a video on this because it's not very often that I have this many dices. And I wanted to show indeed the strat of the dice for dice. And I think it proved that it's indeed a very valuable one to know how to do. So yeah, there you go. Now you know it, and I hope that you get to use it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.